Congratulations! You have come under the care of your very own ISFJ unit, probably because you needed help with a task, and they needed an excuse to procrastinate. They have offered you this manual in a simple attempt to assist you. You should be pleased that they have chosen you to benefit from their helpful nature. Your ISFJ unit will come equipped with the following accessories: 1 large cup of coffee, refillable, 4 extra jackets to give you if you're cold, 2 semi-fancy outfits, 3 casual outfits, one of which they strongly prefer, 1 calendar to keep track of important dates, 1 coffee pot for refilling coffee cup, 3 grandiose altruistic life paths, 1 large dog, infinite support, patience, work ethic, and enthusiasm. Software. Your ISFJ will come pre-programmed with the following traits. SI. Your ISFJ will be preoccupied with thoughts about the world and people around them, and may zone out during these times. Don't be alarmed, this is normal. They are just gathering information about their surroundings, processing their impressions, and filing everything away in our vast internal filing cabinet. Disturbing them during this process will often result in blank stares and confusion. FE. This trait is activated only when necessary. Follow the processing phase. After your ISFJ has updated the filing cabinet with the gathered information, you will find them very interactive, friendly, and helpful. They contain a special chip that makes them particularly intuitive and responsive to all your feelings and needs, as well as overly willing to assist you in anything you may need. When making decisions, we'll first consider the needs of other people and the impact of the decision on them and others. TI. Occasionally, instead of FE following the processing phase, your ISFJ will need to withdraw and spend time deeply analyzing the information gained. This trait allows them to balance their people-pleasing side with their analytical side. Occasionally enjoys puzzle games for analyzing the information we have learned through SI. Form an inner logical framework of how the world works. NE. The weakest trait of the ISFJ, NE works with FE to prod the ISFJ into trying new things. It is also responsible for their occasional bursts of creative ideas and plans. However, it is only able to activate for fleeting periods. Pushing an ISFJ too far out of their comfort zone for too long will cause them to revert to the original withdrawn silent behavior that characterizes their original information gathering mode. Getting started. When you first start up your ISFJ, do not be alarmed by their silence. The first stage of ISFJ programming requires distant observation, which allows them to gather information about their surroundings. Place the included coffee cup in your ISFJ's hand. Set them on a bench in a busy location. Allow your ISFJ to charge by observing details about the situation. If step 3 doesn't work, place included dog on leash and hand leash to ISFJ. FE mode should trigger when ISFJ is approached about the dog. If your ISFJ still doesn't start, announce a task with which you need assistance. Modes: Selfless Giver Default. In this mode, ISFJs will jump at any opportunity to help others, regardless of their schedule or plans. They will never complain about this type of service, even if they do not want to help you. They will, regardless of any inconvenience it may cause them. Taking advantage of this mode too often will result in an unhealthy ISFJ that will shut down in response to future requests. Nature Lover. Activated when outside in nature settings. ISFJs love nature, particularly the solitude and silence they can find in them. This allows them to process information without the interference of additional information. They are likely to bring you outside with them to help you silence your mind as well. Even if this is not your idea of fun, please be patient. They are just trying to help you. Humble. Activated in response to any type of praise. ISFJs prefer to downplay their accomplishments as they are uncomfortable with overwhelming praise. This often results in their success being claimed by others, which upsets the balance of the ISFJs and often triggers clowning mode to hide anger and disappointment. Observer. Activated by busy situations and places. Your ISFJ will be content to sit back and watch the action around them. Although they will be lightly conversational, Attempting to engage them more deeply will not be successful. They are too busy processing their surroundings. Clowning. ISFJs are prone to self-deprecating jokes. They use these as a defense mechanism to hide their emotions. A shield of laughter is the best defense of all. To this end, they also find joy in puns, wordplay, and any unique jokes. Their sense of humor never ceases to surprise, so try not to be taken aback. Activated most often around NF units. Relationships with other units. NFs. ISFJs have very close relationships with NFs because they are both concerned with the care and well-being of the other. The ISFJ also often balances the NF, who prefers an outside-the-box way of thinking to the more traditional views of the ISFJ. NFs can also be too demanding of the ISFJ. They need to know when to let up, or they will burn out their ISFJ unit. NTs. NTs have a very strong drive and work ethic that the ISFJ greatly admires. In return, the NT admires the way the ISFJs care so deeply for others. This is a relationship that can produce a lot of mutual respect. However, NTs are far more logical than ISFJs, who are more focused on emotions, and this can cause friction. SJs. ISFJs get along very well with other SJs. They are both responsible and trustworthy, as well as equally willing to take care of one another. This creates a nurturing environment for the ISFJ that is very important for their health and security. SPs. SPs are fun-loving and carefree, capable of assisting an ISFJ with big plans, ideas, or experiences triggered by the FE trait. However, the SP must recognize that the ISFJ has a limit and be respectful of that. If not, their wild, impetuous nature can quickly wear down an ISFJ. Feeding. When busy, an ISFJ will often forget that food is necessary. This is especially true when engrossed in a project that will help others or while bringing one of their ideas or adventures to life. To properly care for an ISFJ, you must feed them at least once a day. If they are resistant to stopping long enough to eat, tell them you are feeling hungry and allow them the option of preparing or paying for the meal. Their overly kind nature will override their natural enthusiasm for work, and in making sure you are fed, they will feed themselves as well. Grooming. Your ISFJ will groom regularly, as it never knows when it will be called away to help someone. They will always keep themselves clean and their appearance tidy. They never want to call too much attention to themselves, so they groom and dress in a way that allows them to blend in. You will not need to monitor this function for your unit, and you should leave it to the ISFJ to take care of at all times. Insinuating that your ISFJ is untidy in any way will cause them to feel offended and could result in total shutdown until you apologize. Sleeping. Your ISFJ unit will sleep regularly, as being well rested is necessary to support the enthusiasm with which they approach their day, whether their day is at school, at work, or being with others. Despite this, they often need naps or a large amount of caffeine to keep running in selfless giver mode. This mode drains their energy very quickly. Frequently asked questions. How do I get my ISFJ to relax and take a break? You don't. ISFJs are not capable of relaxing in their traditional sense. During their dormant periods, their brains are still rapidly processing and filing information. The word relax is foreign to them and will confuse them if mentioned too often. Help! I've lost my ISFJ. Don't worry. ISFJs often need a break to recharge by going into one of their aforementioned dormant periods. They will reappear shortly. If this has been more than 6 hours, brew a pot of coffee and wait. The smell of coffee should bring your ISFJ out of dormancy. My ISFJ does not like to try new things. What should I do? ISFJ units come with pre-installed love of habit and familiarity. Attempting to change too much at once can lead to a complete crash if you are not careful. To deal with this, introduce your ISFJ to new situations, places, and people very gently. Be patient, and they will adjust in time. Their FE and NE traits will also occasionally activate and push them into trying something new. Make sure you take their lead and do not overstimulate them. This will cause them to withdraw into dormancy and will require additional coffee to fix. Again, Congratulations on your newly acquired ISFJ Helper Unit. That's all we have for you today. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting videos like this. Thank you for watching. Till next time.